You can't knock his arm out of the way, but you can put your blade into the bend of his elbow and hold the position. If you miss his elbow, you might be tempted to reach around your waist to hold him, but instead, just find his armpit with your elbow. In the pro stance, don't use the inside arm to push off with. Don't extend the elbow. It's a foul. Keep the bend in your elbow and use your arm bar on his chest to create width and space between the defender and your receiving hand. Two more techniques for you to consider. If the defender puts his arm on top of yours, you can control the arm with a bicep clamp. If the defender puts his arm under yours, you can use the armpit clamp and accomplish the same thing. Were these last two techniques offensive fouls? It depends on how the officials view it. The battle for space in the post borders on violation of displacement rules anyway. But in reality, the officials let you play up to a certain point. This type of arm battle falls in the same category. If possible, catch in a hop in order to have either foot as a pivot. Having a choice of pivot feet gives you the ability to attack in either direction. As soon as the ball hits your hands, before your feet hit the ground, touch your chin to your shoulder. This habit enables you to read the lane over your top shoulder. Perhaps you have a good position with a good stance, but your defender has a long reach and might still deflect the pass. Don't be scared to give up some space to safely catch the ball. It might be worth it to secure the pass. When you can, hold the ball under your chin against your chest. Your chest is like a third hand on the ball. With your elbows out, you've got a secure grip on the ball. It's hard for a defender to steal. But that can be exaggerated to the point of slowing you down. If you pivot to shoot with your hands on the side of the ball, you'll have to shift your hands to shoot. Instead, like all players, catch the ball with your hands in shooting position. The ball is still tight, but there are no hand shifts when you make the move to shoot. If you have trouble catching the ball with one hand, then it's simple. Don't do it. Catch with two hands. But if you find yourself using one hand as an arm bar and you're in the pro stance, then here's the technique. While you protect the pass with your arm bar, stop the ball with your target hand and then pull it in. Have a soft hand when you stop the ball. Let your hand absorb the pass. Don't flex your hand when catching. Get strong with the ball only after you pull it in. After you've stopped the fly of the ball with your target hand, trap and chin the ball with two hands. Can you hear the stop and the trap? In the pro stance, if the ball is thrown outside of your reach, put your weight on the outside foot and drag the inside foot while you stretch for the ball. Once you catch the pass, you can shift your weight back to both feet, but dragging the inside foot has kept you as close to the goal as possible. The line from the ball to the basket is typically the best position to post up and receive the ball. Your defender will try to keep you off the line. This position gives the ball a good passing window and gives you a good line of attack on the basket. Regardless of the zone offense that your team is running, and regardless of the zone defenses that you're attacking, there are principles of getting open that will work in all situations. Now, details and technique of how to score once you get the ball are the same here as they will be against a man-to-man. So we'll look at the actual scoring later. For now, just consider that if you don't know where your best chances are to receive the ball against the zone, then all the moves will be for nothing. Cut early or cut late, but don't move when the zone moves. If you cut as the zone shifts, the defenders can see you and cover you. If you move before or after the zone shifts, it's easier to work behind the defenders where they're blind to your movement. And it's easier to spot holes or gaps between the defenders.
If you want to find out ways on getting the ball in the zone, wait until the ball is rotated from this wing to that wing or from this wing to the top, because the defense has to shift. And that's the best way of catching the ball in a crowded area is when the defense is shift. Because when the defense is shift, it's open areas where you can just step in and take up space.
This might be the single best principle against the zone. Let's look at two examples. First, the post cuts early before the zone shifts. And here, he waits for the zone to shift, sees the opening, and then flashes into it. Here is another example of moving before the zone shifts. Wait on the weak side, away from the ball. As soon as ball reversal begins, the center of the zone will begin to shift. Step to him and set your screen. You want to catch the center as deep in the lane as possible, perhaps even under the go. If you can put your defender under the goal, then two good things happen. First, your shot is as close to the basket as possible. And second, the rim and the net will provide you with added protection against having your shot blocked. The shot blocker will hit the rim or hang his hand in the net if he tries to go after the ball. Hunt the horizontal seam between the top and bottom defenders in the zone. There's also a vertical seam in some zones like this 1-2-2. Wait for the ball to go up top and then break into the seam. One of the most vulnerable areas against the zone is the short corner. It's defined as the triangle drawn from the block to the midpoint between the lane and the arc. Work behind the zone and attack the short corner when the baseline defender goes out to the wing. We'll look at the actual